This is it. Our one chance to get to know Tim Kono.
Oh, that's a nice high drama line. Okay, give me another.
Why? What was the matter with that one?
Nothing, it was perfect. It was just reeking of your years on CBS.
It's Sunday morning on CBS. And here again is Jane Pauley.
Martin Short struck comedy gold, starring alongside Steve Martin and Selena Gomez in the streaming hit series Only Murders in the Building. But that's just one chapter in his decades-long career. He's looking back on the highs and lows with Tracy Smith.
There's a quote from Tom Hanks where he says, "Marty operates at the speed of joy." Is that true?
I don't analyze myself. If that's his review for me, I'll accept it. But I think I do have the happy gene, and I think my orientation is to be happy.
Where do you think that comes from? You think it's truly genetic?
I do.
Wheel of Fortune, give me a break. I couldn't be more excited, I must say.
For more than 50 years, he's been a bright spot on any stage or screen, with that crazy energy and that singular smile.
You don't think I know that? That's so funny that you don't think I know that. Why wouldn't you think I know that?
And when you know what Martin Short has endured in private, his sunny attitude is all the more astonishing.
Let's say you're going to host a dinner party, and you invite Marty, and then it turns out Marty can't come. You cancel the party.
Marty, Life is Short, is out this week on Netflix, directed by Hollywood legend and family friend Lawrence Kasdan.
There, of course, Larry Kasdan.
Who says Marty needed to be prodded a bit to do it.
But it was not a natural instinct of his to want it. He's not like that.
You had to sell him on it.
I did. I had to sell him on it. I had to lie to him, tell him how much I loved him, and I would never hurt him.
Should I pick the kids up?
Oh, my God. Oh, my dear Lord in heaven.
Kasdan also used hours of home movies with Marty's pals, like Kurt Russell, Tom Hanks, and Steven Spielberg, who shot this himself.
Before, careless, I must say.
But with all of the good times, it seems he's had more than his share of bad. The youngest of 5, Martin Short was 12 when his older brother was killed in a car accident, and he was still in his teens when both of his parents died.
Your mother and father died. You also lost your brother all before age 20.
Right.
What did that teach you about grief and loss?
What it developed in me was this muscle of survival and handling grief and a perspective on it.
Do you think that gave you a certain amount of bravery when it came to getting on stage, putting yourself out there?
I absolutely do. I think if you've gone through that, an audience not liking you is really not that important anymore.
In 1977, that fearlessness led him to Toronto's Second City, joining other legends in training like Eugene Levy, John Candy, and Catherine O'Hara, who died in January. The documentary is dedicated to her.
Seeing Catherine O'Hara in this documentary is such a treasure.
I know. There was no one more brilliant. There was no one sweeter. And there was no one funnier. And she, more than anyone at SCTV, would sit behind the camera and give you suggestions. Marty, try that and oh, okay. And then you always just did it.
From this moment on.
Why? Hi, this is my wife.
The film, like life itself, can be hilarious and heartbreaking at the same time. Nancy Dolman, his wife of 30 years, who first captured his heart back in his Toronto days, died of ovarian cancer in 2010.
Can you describe her?
She was funny. She had lots of edge. It was an equal ping pong match. There was no, gee, Marty, you're... Although Tom Hanks, he'd go up to Nancy and say, aren't you tired of laughing at his jokes?
The film is also dedicated to one of their 3 children, daughter Catherine, a social worker who died by suicide this past February at age 42.
Is there anything you want to share about Catherine? I'm so sorry.
You know, it's been a nightmare for the family, but the understanding that mental health and cancer, like my wife, are both diseases. And sometimes with diseases, they are terminal. And my daughter fought for a long time with extreme mental health, borderline personality disorder, other things, and did the best she could until she couldn't. So Nan's last words to me were, "Mart, let me go," and she was just saying, "Dad, let me go."
How long have you lived here?
I bought this in November of '87. It was based on 2 movies that I was going to make, and the second I signed the mortgage, 1 movie fell through.
No.
And I said to Nancy, "What do we do if we can't afford this?" And she said, "Then we'd move."
Short's home in LA's Pacific Palisades was spared from last year's fires. His son's home was not, and the losses of this year can seem overwhelming.
My son, Oliver, and his wife are temporarily living in Newport Beach because their house burned down. And I must admit, I was getting in the car that day and I was thinking, okay, I'm 75. Why am I continuing? Like, really, why? I'm not going to crash my car, but why? What is the point of this? And then I got to Newport, and these 2 grandsons, 5 and 4, just jumped, "Papa, let's play giant." And suddenly you go, oh, that's why. That's why. Okay.
Despite your obvious pathologies, I'm here still, and I'm not going anywhere. And I sign on to your crazy.
He'll soon be shooting another season of the hit show Only Murders in the Building.
Before I accept, just out of curiosity, is there any family money?
And there are some other things in the works.
Is there a chance that you'll go back on Broadway? I heard Meryl Streep saying maybe you 2 are cooking something up.
We are trying to figure out something. We're just not sure if the box office would be there.
Yeah, for the Yeah, it's a real gamble.
It's a gamble. You never know how Meryl's going to do at the box office, but let's hope.
Why do you continue?
I just think it's important, if you're gifted, to share that gift with people, I don't know, like you.
And we're grateful.
He may joke about it, but it is a gift. Somehow, Martin Short keeps everyone laughing, trying to find joy, even in moments when it's hard to see anything but pain.
When Nancy got sick, she wanted you to keep working. Did you want to keep working?
I didn't work as much, but I remember I was doing Damages at the time, and this was the last 5 months, but I went for a month to shoot. And I remember getting the set and no one knew, and Glenn would go, "Marty's here, yay!" And I go, "Okay, let me just go to the dressing room for a second." Okay then, that's what you have to do.
Did it help to get out there and do that?
I don't know if it helped. No, it didn't help, but you had to do it. People have to do things in difficult times, and the mark of the man is, can you do it?
What do you tell yourself to get through that?
Well, it's something that I've just been in that situation many times. You head toward the light.